The Martin Wickramasingha Museum of Folk Culture in Koggala, Sri Lanka, is a cultural treasure trove that celebrates the life and legacy of Martin Wickramasingha, one of Sri Lanka's most renowned writers and intellectuals. Situated in his birthplace, the museum is surrounded by a serene environment, including a garden filled with indigenous trees, providing a tranquil backdrop to the historical exhibits. The museum is dedicated to preserving and showcasing the traditional folk culture of Sri Lanka, with an impressive collection of over 1,000 artifacts. These include tools and equipment used in agriculture, fishing, and pottery, as well as traditional costumes, jewelry, masks, and musical instruments that reflect the island's rural lifestyle. The museum also features a section dedicated to Martin Wickramasingha's literary achievements, displaying his manuscripts, letters, photographs, and other memorabilia. Visitors can explore his study and learn about his contributions to Sinhala literature, including novels, essays, and poetry that delve into the cultural and social fabric of Sri Lanka. The exhibits are thoughtfully curated to highlight the harmony between Sri Lanka's cultural heritage and the natural environment. In addition to its educational value, the museum offers a nostalgic journey into the past, attracting students, researchers, and tourists alike. It serves as a reminder of Sri Lanka's rich traditions and the enduring relevance of Wickramasingha's work in understanding the country's identity. A visit to this museum not only honors the legacy of a great writer, but also deepens appreciation for the vibrant folk culture of Sri Lanka. In traditional Sri Lankan culture, carts have played a significant role in daily life and various aspects of rural society. Historically, wooden carts, often drawn by oxen or cattle, were essential for transporting goods such as rice, vegetables, and firewood from villages to local markets. These carts were also used for transporting heavy materials like construction supplies and crops from farms to processing areas. In agricultural communities, carts served as vital tools for transporting harvested crops like paddy, making them indispensable during the harvest season. Additionally, carts were used in traditional festivals, particularly during processions and temple ceremonies, where elaborately decorated carts carried statues of deities in colorful parades. These carts, deeply rooted in the island's rural economy and cultural practices, reflect the ingenuity and adaptability of Sri Lankan communities in utilizing available resources for practical and ceremonial purposes. Sri Lankan puppetry art. Sri Lankan puppetry art is an ancient and traditional form of performance unique to the island. It involves the artistic use of beautifully crafted puppets to present dances, storytelling, and theatrical performances. The primary purpose of puppetry is not only to provide entertainment, but also to convey moral, social, and cultural messages. Use of puppetry art. 1. Puppet creation. The process of making puppets involves crafting visually appealing figures. The main materials used include wood. Kohamba wood is particularly popular. Goes back to cloth and paint, thread and lace. To appearance and costume. Puppets are designed to represent human characteristics, showcasing religious and traditional attire, along with expressive features, themes, and stories. Promotes Buddhist teachings, addresses national issues, critiques society, and encourages positive values. Popular stories include Ravana recognizes his destiny and Videsh Rahat Mahat Via. Or music and dance, accompanied by traditional Sinhala musical instruments like drums, bera, babla. Singing, dancing, and narration are combined to create a captivating performance. History and development. The art of puppetry began in rural villages as a form of theatrical expression. Over time, it evolved into a popular entertainment medium and became a highlight of cultural festivals. Cities like Colombo, Gali, and Marawila became notable centers for puppetry. Challenges and future. Sri Lankan puppetry art is a cultural treasure that reflects the country's artistic and heritage values. Preserving and nurturing it is essential for future generations.
All right, so today we're diving into something pretty cool. Sri Lankan masks.
Oh, yeah.
I've been looking over these excerpts you send over, and wow, the artistry.
They are incredible, aren't they?
It's amazing, and I really want to dig into, especially, those healing ceremonies. Thoval, I think it was called.
Boville, yeah.
I mean, using masks in healing rituals, that's something else.
Yeah, I mean, that really gets at, just how important these masks are. I mean, they're not just pretty to look at. They're, like this connection between the real world and the spiritual.
That's what I find so fascinating. I mean, tell me more about these Thoval ceremonies.
Okay, so basically, the belief is that if you're sick,
Okay.
it's because of bad spirits, malevolent spirits.
Interesting.
And in the Thoval ceremony, you've got a dancer, right? And they're wearing a certain mask, and they perform these rituals to either, kind of calm the spirits down or get rid of them entirely.
So is it like each mask is for a specific spirit or a specific illness? Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, you've got the Sani masks,
Okay.
and they've got a whole bunch of those, and each one, it shows a different ailment. Like it could be a fever, a headache, even like stomach problems, mental distress.
It makes you think, how differently people view healing around the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. So would the patient be the one wearing the mask, or is this something the healer uses?
Oh, no, it's the healer. They're the ones wearing the mask.
Okay.
It's like they become the spirit,
wow.
And through that, the idea is that they can pull the sickness out.
That's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier Yakshagana masks.
Right.
Those sound pretty intense.
Yeah, well, it's another type of traditional dance drama, but the masks they use, they represent all sorts of mythical creatures,
Okay.
like demons, spirits, that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
They're also used in healing, but more focused on purifying, protecting against negative energy.
So it sounds like, both Thoval and Yakshagana, they're both using masks to heal, but just different approaches, different masks.
Exactly.
I'm really starting to see just how diverse this tradition is. It's more than just about healing, though, right?
Yeah.
I understand these masks are like a big part of storytelling, too, in Sri Lanka.
Big time, yeah. So you've got the kolam dances.
Okay.
They're a kind of folk theater, and they use all these amazing colorful masks.
Right.
Each one is a specific character.
Wow.
You'll see masks for gods, humans, demons, even animals. It's pretty wild.
What kind of stories do they tell with these kolam dances?
Well, a lot of them are from Hindu and Buddhist mythology.
Ah, okay.
Bringing those old stories and epics to life.
I see.
So, like, you might see Rama, from the Ramayana,
Right.
or Hanuman, the monkey god.
Oh, cool.
And each mask, it's really detailed, showing their personality and how they fit into the story.
So it's like their own visual language,
Artistic.
communicating who the character is, but also like what they're feeling, their motives. It's incredible how much meaning they pack in. Speaking of packing in meaning, the actual craftsmanship, just stunning.
Oh, for sure.
I was reading about what they're made of.
It's fascinating, right?
Yeah, really fascinating.
So they traditionally use this wood called kuduru.
Okay.
It's light, but strong, perfect for carving those intricate details.
And then there's the painting, the colors, the patterns.
Yeah.
Really eye-catching.
It is, isn't it?
Is there a meaning behind the colors of the patterns, too?
Absolutely. Every little thing, the colors, the symbols, it's all very symbolic. Like, for instance, the cobra.
Okay.
It's a big one. Represents protection, power.
Right.
So you might see a mask with a cobra, and it's used in rituals to ward off danger.
Oh, wow. So do you have any other examples like that?
Well, there's the Mahakula Sanya mask.
Okay.
It's this scary demon with these huge eyes, sharp teeth.
Oh, wow.
Really intense, represents the power of nature. It's something to fear, but also respect, like those forces we can't control.
It's just amazing to me how each mask has this whole story, not just in how it looks, but the beliefs and the traditions behind it. It's really interesting. It's not just a thing of the past, is it?
No, not at all.
Sri Lankan masks are still a big part of life today, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, I mean, they're still used in the old ceremonies, of course.
Right.
But they're also a popular form of art, decorations. People buy them as souvenirs.
Right.
And places like Amble and Goda, they have whole communities dedicated to mask making.
Oh, wow.
You can find workshops, studios, even museums.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's all about preserving and celebrating this ancient craft. you know.
I love that they're keeping the tradition going, but also evolving with the times. It's like a bridge between then and now.
Exactly.
So important.
Yeah, to make sure this art form stays alive, keeps going strong.
Absolutely. So we've seen how these masks are used, for healing, for storytelling, just as beautiful art pieces. It really makes you think, how have other cultures used masks throughout history? I mean, it's something to think about, right? And if you're as fascinated by these masks as I am, seriously, dig deeper. There's a whole world to discover here. It's incredible.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. This has been really insightful.
My pleasure. Always happy to talk about these amazing masks.
And for all of you listening, we'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.
See ya!
At Golden Art Jewelry Palace, we take pride in our high-quality craftsmanship. Each piece is meticulously designed and handcrafted by skilled artisans with years of experience, ensuring perfection in every detail.